Your wing looks tons better. See, you got your appetite back. Should I get more of those sesame seeds? You like them, don't you?
Have your pills here.
Do I have to?
Sorry?
Can't I skip a day? Just once.
They'll make you feel better.
They're making me feel worse.
It's your mind playing tricks on you. Don't you see? Here. It's for your own good. Good girl.
Gregory, it's time to go.
That's Derek. I have to head off. Be back later. Promise.
Didn't you hear me?
I was just listening to my MP3. Just a moment ago.
What were you looking at?
Nothing.
Let's get going.
You sure you feel well enough to go?
I'll be all right in a minute.
It doesn't sound like it.
Something for the shopping list. Cough. Medicine.
Mum could go.
Where?
To the supermarket.
Don't be silly.
Exactly. What were you thinking?
Now hurry along. And make sure you keep buttoned up.
Mum always wanted a car like this. A saloon. Something roomy.
Your point?
Why don't you let her drive it?
Do I really need to explain it again? Your mother is agoraphobic.
But how could she be?
Because some people are.
It's just... She never used to be like this.
Well, she is now, and from now on, I don't want to hear another word about it. Is that clear?
Come in. Wow. A man in uniform first thing in the morning.
I missed you.
Likewise.
Busy?
Yeah, sort of. Just trying to take my mind off this.
Don't worry, Greg will be cleared.
How can you be so certain about that?
Simple. No motive. You don't think he had anything to do with it, do you?
Of course I don't. No, not for a second. It's just... Well, justice isn't always seen to be done, is it?
Well, I'll make certain it is this time.
You know what? I propose that we take a break from all of this. I've got to be at home this afternoon doing paperwork, so why don't you come round for lunch? I'll cook something really nice.
Thanks.
You okay? Try to keep calm. Now breathe in slowly. Okay. In and out. And in and out.
Ah, Paula, glad to have caught you. Just want to give you a heads up. Some external investigators are coming round this afternoon. They're going to look into the Carter case. They'll want to work with you at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Good. I'll let you get on.
I've just seen Mrs. Mahmood come out of interview room 2.
That was sharp of you.
Yeah, but I was meant to interview her.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Feel like enlightening me?
No.
Look, I'd like to know.
And I don't have to tell you.
I grew out of this kind of game in the school playground.
All right, then. Didn't think you were up to it.
Well, interviewing someone about a burglary, I've done that hundreds of times. This is about me being back on the Carter case, isn't it?
It goes a lot deeper than that.
What then? You're questioning my competence.
Getting warmer. See, I want to shake this station up. Get rid of the dead wood. I'd be seriously thinking about another career if I were you.
Excuse me?
Oh, come on. Let's face it. There's only one reason you've ended up here.
What does that mean?
Ticking boxes, Paula. Your sort. I mean, it looks great on the ethnic monitoring forms.
My sort? You've...
What?
Stupid man.
You thinking about making another complaint, are you? You know you're wasting your time.
You gave me quite a fright, you know. Have you had a coughing fit like this before?
No. But I have had a cough for a week or so.
And have you been to see your doctor?
Not yet.
I think it's important that you should as soon as possible so that he can do some tests. Why don't I give him a call? Where does he work?
My doctor's a she.
Oh.
Dr. Carlyle? That's it, she's at Riverside.
Ah, well, it's a while since you've been to the doctor's then, because the Riverside burnt down a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Dr. Carlyle must have been before my time, but we're the same practice, because we're the new Riverside, so that's great, because your medical file will be on our database. Now, I need to give your mum a ring to let her know you're here. What's her number?
There's no point.
What do you mean?
She doesn't answer the phone and she wouldn't come here anyway.
Why not?
She just wouldn't. She doesn't go out at all.
I've got some house calls to make, so why don't I drop you at home and come and have a chat with your mum?
Oh, we had them put on a few months back.
Are they always closed?
My parents are kind of private.
Who is it?
It's Dr. Fenton of the Mill GP practice. I've your son with me. He had a very nasty coughing fit near his school.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
But he does need some tests.
Here. Let's go inside.
Mrs. Altman, we do have to get this sorted. I need you to take Gregory to the hospital to have him checked over.
Well, I need to speak to my husband first.
This is important.
Yes, but when we make all our decisions together, you see.
Here's my card. It's got my mobile number on it. Please give me a ring when you've decided what you're going to do. I just want to help. Hello, Donna. It's Joe here. Could you look up some patients for me? It's a Gregory Altman and a Mrs. Altman.
How do you feel?
A little bit dizzy.
You've got a bit of a temperature. Can I get you anything? Glass of water?
It's okay.
Poor thing. You probably picked up a bug. Best have a little sleep, and we'll see how you are when you wake up.
Dr. Fenton's a really nice man. You should talk to him.
After I speak to Derek.
No. I mean, you should talk to Dr. Fenton about you.
Why would I do that?
Because you never leave the house. That's not normal.
Don't worry yourself about me, all right? Now you get some rest.
You're miles away.
Am I?
That can mean only one thing.
I'm sorry, yes, it's this Carter case.
Why don't we make a pact? Neither of us will mention this case, or any case, for the rest of lunch. Agreed?
Agreed.
Well, you also need to relax. Could I have your glass, please? Thank you. And your jacket. I'm going to give you a massage. Come on, sit down. Okay.
Thank you. Have you done this before?
Just going to have to find out, aren't you? Ready?
Oh.
I got the seeds. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Hello?
Oh, hi, Joe. It's Donna. Sorry to take so long getting back, but we don't have any patients at 35 Granby Close.
You sure about that?
Positive. And there's no one at all with Altman in the database. I've even checked different spellings of the name.
Strange.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Okay.
Gregory!
Did that hit the spot?
I feel a new man. And as for your magic fingers, where did you learn to do that?
No, practice makes perfect.
Oh, clearly. Well, perhaps you could practice your magic on me some other time, when we have a little more time of an evening.
Be my pleasure.
I think the pleasure will be entirely mine. This has been marvellous. The food, the wine, the ambience. Nigella Lawson, eat your heart out.
Oh, please.
I'm serious.
Well, it's very nice of you to say that, but...
Take this house, for example. It's straight out of the pages of some home furnishings magazine.
OK, I admit I do suffer from being a bit house-proud.
Well, there are many worse afflictions.
It was love at first sight when I first saw this house. Took a bit of haggling to get it.
I know the story.
Sorry?
The seller playing hard to get.
Oh, no. I meant haggling with Mac. He was not happy about the price.
Oh, right.
It's just a lot of extra space to get used to, I guess.
Know what you mean. My place positively echoes with just me skulking around in it. Nothing beats coming home to someone special in the evening. Well, let me get on with this. No.
I opened the window to get some fresh air. I felt dizzy again like this morning. I just fell over.
You hadn't eaten anything all day. No wonder.
Well, that would account for the dizziness, but it wouldn't account for the cough or the rasping breathing.
What is it, do you think?
Well, it could be any number of things, which is why we need to get you to hospital for a checkup. Have you spoken to your husband yet?
I couldn't get through to him, but I left a message.
Would you mind calling him again?
OK.
Gregory, are you sure that you're registered at the Riverside?
Yes, positive. Why?
Well, you're not registered under this address, and there are no Altmans at all in our records.
Oh, well, we moved and changed our name, you see. Altman is Derek, my stepdad's last name. Sorry.
What's your old name?
Summers. I wanted to keep it, but Mum insisted we didn't.
Why's that?
Derek said so.
Does your mum do everything that your stepdad wants?
Pretty much.
And how does he feel about her not leaving the house?
What's the matter? Derek's secretary said he'd left for lunch.
We really shouldn't wait much longer. Gregory needs to be seen today.
Sorry, Doctor. There's nothing I can do.
Mrs. Altman, is there something you're not telling me?
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
I'm Dr. Fenton, and
This is the doctor you mentioned in the message?
I had to let him in.
Mr. Altman, Gregory has some sort of respiratory condition, and he needs to go to hospital to undergo tests.
I want to talk to my wife.
I'd urge you to decide quickly, because his condition may deteriorate.
So could my wife's. This is very stressful for her. She has bad nerves. Didn't she tell you? You all right, dear?
Yes.
Has a doctor made that diagnosis?
Are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm just asking a question.
Here's one for you, then. Do you want me to call the police?
Mr. Altman, please.
Now, get out of my house. Out.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt again. It's Joe. Look, could you look up a Megan and Gregory Summers on the database for me?
Why did he give you this card?
I didn't ask him to.
You're lying.
I'm not. He lost it in my hand. He said I could bring him when I'd spoken to you.
Stop lying to me.
It's okay. It's gonna be all right.
She's no previous diagnosis of any nervous condition. None at all. No agoraphobia? Okay, well, thanks for that, Donna. I'll see you later. Hello?
Is that Dr. Fenton?
Yes.
Derek Altman here. We've decided to register with a doctor elsewhere, so if you'll leave us alone from now on, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Can I ask why? Hello? Hello?
I just hope I've been of some assistance, but really, if you need any more help, do give me a call, yeah?
Sure.
Thank you.
Bye. Hello? What? All right, find a paper bag and get him to breathe into it. You know how to do that? Thank goodness. Okay, I'll be right over. Hello? Mrs. Altman?
We're locked in. I don't have the key.
Well, how do I get in?
Through the window. You'll have to open the shutters.
Mrs. Altman, this is ridiculous.
He's upstairs.
Sorry, I'm not following. If I understand you correctly, you seem to be implying that D.I. Squires had some dubious involvement in this case?
It's the only conclusion I could come to from his behaviour.
You realize you're making a very serious accusation here.
Look, I understand it doesn't make sense, but why would D.I. Squires suddenly take me off the case?
That's completely within D.I. Squires' rights. He doesn't have to provide you with a good reason.
Yeah, but there's no logic in it. I discover crucial new CCTV evidence showing a red van matching Carter's at the scene of the crime. Now, why would that make him fly off the handle?
Because you disobeyed his orders.
But that doesn't account for how he behaved. Everything points to D.I. Squires being involved.
So out of the blue, you started coughing and struggling for breath?
Yes.
It's odd.
What is?
Well, the symptoms don't quite fit. If this was a lung condition, then the coughing and the breathlessness would be persistent. They wouldn't come and go like this.
Well, it can't help that he left the window open. It's freezing in here. What's that? Over there. Gregory?
She'd hurt her wing. She was starving.
How long has this been going on?
For a couple of weeks.
Have you spent a lot of time with this pigeon? Touching it, stroking it, cleaning out its cage?
Yes.
Why ask him that?
There's a chance that Gregory could be having an allergic reaction to pigeons. It's called bird fancier's lung. Don't worry, it's perfectly treatable, but I need to take you to the hospital to get a chest x-ray.
Immediately?
Yes. Let's go. All of us.
That includes you, Mum.
I'm not sure.
What are you afraid of? Your husband keeps you locked up in this house. Why is that?
He's punishing her.
No. Derek gets anxious. Sometimes. Overprotective. He's not a bad man.
He's paranoid. He thinks she's going to run away.
Is that true?
Sometimes he gets a little worried about things, that's all.
But he locks you in. Tell him. Tell him it's true.
Yes. Sometimes.
And he gives her these pills.
Shh.
What pills? What pills, Mrs. Holman?
His prescription. Pills from the hospital.
They sent Derek to a loony bin.
He needed some help. He was fine when he came out. I've never seen him looking so happy. Then he stopped taking the pills and...
And he gave them to you?
Yes. That's when the problem started.
You're coming with me.
Do what the doctor says, Mum.
You were still disobeying an instruction from a senior officer.
D.I. Squires was rattled and afraid, as though I caught him out. As though he knew something and didn't want me digging any further.
That's merely your opinion. You've got nothing to back it up with.
I have his behaviour and his increasing hostility towards me.
Hostility?
Undermining me and questioning my competence and making sexist and racist comments.
We're veering wildly off the subject here. We're here to investigate a death in custody. D.I. Squires is a highly regarded senior officer. Have you got anything evidential to implicate D.I. Squires in this case?
Come on, Mrs. Altman.
I have to wait for Gregory. Why is he taking so long?
It's time.
You can do it. I know you can.
Sorry, I couldn't find my shoes.
Right. Mrs. Altman, let's try it now.
Come on, Mum. You have to do this.
Gregory's right. You've got to think about yourself now, your future. Do you want to spend the rest of your life trapped inside this house? I don't know what Derek said to you, how he's threatened you, but he's not going to be able to do that anymore. Do you understand? So come on. Good for you. That's it. Great. And the other foot. Fantastic.
You did great.
You're safe now. Derek can't hurt you anymore.
Went well, did it?
Rule number 1. Don't let him get to you. You're doing a good job, Paula.
Sir.
That'll be a relief to both of them. Thank you. Bye. You okay? Sure?
Yeah. What did they say?
They'll pick him up from work.
He's in big trouble, isn't he?
Keeping your mother imprisoned inside the house is a serious crime.
He's not a bad man. Not deep down.
Just mad.
Well, we'll let the psychiatrist decide that.
Do the police want to question us too?
Yes, but first of all, we have to get you off to hospital for that X-ray.
Then you'll take us to the station.
That's right.
Look! Up there! Look at her go.
I don't understand why you're doing this. I was just taking care of my family.
Oh, speak of the devil, here's our Paula now. So, how did he get on down there? Cracked the case single-handed, have
Max leaves a saucy message on Stacey's phone, but someone else is listening in. EastEnders tonight at 7:30. Next this afternoon here on BBC1, Diagnosis Murder packs a punch in the boxing ring.